In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to calculate compound interest in Google Sheets. Compound interest might sound complex, but once you understand the formula and see it applied, it becomes quite manageable and even exciting, especially as you watch your investments grow exponentially with its help. Now, before we dive into using Google Sheets, let's break down the compound interest formula. The formula you'll be using is A equals P times open parenthesis 1 plus R over N close parenthesis raised to the power of N times T. Here, A stands for the amount of money accumulated after N years, including interest. P represents the principal amount, which is the initial sum of money you invest or save. R is the annual interest rate expressed as a decimal. N is the number of times that interest is compounded per year, and T indicates the time the money is invested for, in years. Let's move on to Google Sheets and bring this formula to life. Start by opening a new sheet where you'll enter your data. In the first column, under cell A1, type Principal. Then move over to cell B1 and enter the principal amount you have or want to invest. For instance, we will use $10,000 as our example, principal amount. Now in cell A2, type Rate, and in B2, input the interest rate, which we'll say is 5%. Remember, you'll need this as a decimal in the formula, so express it as 0.05. Next, in cell A3, write years, first year, and in B3, enter the number of years you plan to have your money invested. For this example, we'll use 2 years. Moving on, in cell A4, label it compounding, and in B4, specify the number of times the interest is compounded per year. Let's use 4 times, which corresponds to quarterly compounding. With all of that information organized, it's time to implement the compound interest formula into Google Sheets. Position your cursor in cell A5 and type Formula. Direct your attention to cell B5, where the magic happens. Here, you'll input the compound interest formula specific to Sheets. Use eat B1, 1 plus B2 plus B4, B4, B3. Best place. Note the usage of edits for raising the power, which is crucial in this context. Once you hit enter, Google Sheets will compute the amount with compound interest factored in, based on your inputs. You'll see the result, clearly demonstrating how much your initial investment grows given these particular parameters. Adjust your inputs to explore different scenarios. It's simple to see how the interest compounding frequency, rate, time, and initial amount interplay to affect your final earnings. Understanding and utilizing compound interest through Google Sheets makes managing investments more intuitive, allowing you to forecast potential growth with confidence. So go ahead, experiment with different numbers, and observe how this powerful financial principle can work in your favor over time. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this guide helps you unlock the potential of your investments.